That doesn't feel good. Oh. What? That has angered the gods. I've had it sitting for a week, and although I'm not going to start throwing money at it, I figure I will try to pop the top. If it doesn't fight me, I'll take the head off and get a closer look at things. It's got to happen eventually. There's how much oil and ATF has come out. First one, we'll see what happens. Not much. I don't want to go too crazy here. Trying to use feeling a lot and hopefully not snap one off. Snap. That one feels tight still. Snap. I don't know if bolts or studs were original to the Model Ts. Studs on Model A's and on my era of flathead V8s. So, interesting. Look at all that dust rust coming out of there. Rust dust, whatever. That one feels tight still. Snap. Seems like it's loosening, but it feels like it's tight. Seems tight. Seems tight. Wow, the other one had tons of thread engagement. This one had what seemed like very little thread engagement. It just started to rain, but it's Flathead Friday, so I'm gonna keep trying these. That one felt almost too easy. I didn't feel a snap, but they were all at about a similar level of torque except for that last one, and then the ones I left behind seemed a little bit higher torque required. This one was one that felt weird. It's starting to rain harder now. And the sun's coming out. I'm not going to say it. Maybe that hole's just slightly not perfect in the head. This one took a little more torque. Or not. Nope, don't want to jinx it. Okay. Thought these were... Yeah, that one required a little more torque. That was questionable. Last one, and I don't like how it feels. Of course, it's the hardest one to get to in terms of like heat. I'll investigate the front too. I'm not sure what these outboard stabilizer bars are for. I mean, I know that these angle brackets aren't original, but why would you put that force into that part of the head? And assuming there is a force, why would you even need that? Anyways, felt like that was starting to go. I know there's a huge pile of dirt and mouse nests in here I didn't even clean out. I just put the can over the top of it. I just put this foam in between the fan and the radiator so it wouldn't bang around on the drive home. I'm sure most shops, or all shops, will say this radiator is bad just because it looks weird. And I mean, there are some issues with it, but it'd be nice to find a shop that's just like, hell yeah, man, we can fix that. What is going on here? I'm not a huge fan of all this stuff hanging off the back and top of the radiator. I know that there is stock a threaded hole that goes here. Can't picture why they would cantilever this much stuff off of the top of a soldered brass important piece. Didn't need the cheater on this one. I can see that flange moved. I can see a bunch of stuff starting to fall out. Ugh. Wow, this was really pulling on that. I just can't picture why you'd want to put a bunch of force through these flanges, cast iron flanges. I'm gonna have to do some research. Looks lovely. Should I go for it? It's the last one. It feels pretty tight. Giving myself a cramp trying to be forceful yet careful. That doesn't feel good. Oh. What? That has angered the gods and me. Wow. I didn't know I was using a Chinesium extension. I thought I grabbed a good Craftsman one. Okay. I'll be back. I didn't feel like grabbing another extension. Still don't like how it feels. You could hear it sounding crunchy. And I can't complain that, oh, it's the last one giving me trouble, because this is the last one by choice. That does look broken, but I'll have to really investigate that hole. At least I've got a few threads. It never really snapped, it just kind of sounded crunchy. Okay. Moment of truth. Okay. Look at the water jacket just full of leaves and crap. Probably something living in here. But yeah, a couple exhaust valves open. That's what was coming out of yonder. Cool. Laminated copper and paper, or is that the cast iron? Looking at the head gasket for any sort of information it might tell me. Like, I don't know what this is. Looks like there's, in between these two, imprint of a crack that might be in the cast iron. That'd be pretty common though, a crack between a water jacket and a stud hole. And that's the last one that I pulled out, the trickier one. I don't know what's going on there. Curious. I don't know, that's pretty deep. Some of them probably go all the way through. Some might be blind. There's something broken in there. It's 3/4 of an inch down. I've been knocking piles of dirt out of this thing. There's the second pile of debris I pulled out of it. That wasp nest came out in a couple pieces, but it was down the whole length of it. Fairly empty inside. It's looking better already. That is an interesting horseshoe combustion chamber. I like it. I've heard of people taking an 1/8 or a 1/4 off of these to increase the compression ratio. If it cleans up, I'm gonna run it as is, or if it needs just a light facing, a 10 thou or something, I'll run that. No real reason, except you can't add the material back on once you take it off. So I'm just gonna take off as little as possible. I'll keep the aftermarket part original to itself. I might just take this to the machine shop when I go and pick up some other stuff, have them give a health assessment of it. Might even cheat and have them take out that #1 spark plug base. This head is gonna make some giant power. Parts washer's kind of full. All that later V8 stuff. I don't think I mentioned in the last video, the initial walk around, but this carburetor isn't looking very healthy. I don't know what is going on here. I do have a Stromberg OF that I could use here, but it's missing a float, so we'll see what I can do about that. I do have a shelf of Model T parts, most of which I picked up during Model A or 40 Ford barn picks, not necessarily intentionally, but just as part of big piles. This one I'm kind of, I don't know, I think it's funny. This was actually a dumpster dive find. It was even labeled. Ooh, I see it's different than the one on there.